Hello, my name is Jo Reese, and today I'm going to be giving my first progress report or update on my testing and prescription project. So, first I'm going to introduce you to my client. My client's name is Linnea Schnabel. She is a 20-year-old female from Colorado, and she is currently fully cleared on her PAR-Q. She does not need medical clearance. We went over all cardiovascular disease, risks, family history, everything according to that. And she did not come down with any need to be medically cleared, so we're all good on that. Before we did that, we actually did a informed consent form. So before we collected any data, we sought to make sure that she was aware of the dangers of the situation. She was aware of what was required of her, her ability to remove consent at any time, and then we proceeded with the PAR-Q, got her full medical clearance. She doesn't need any. And then I proceeded to collect her goals. So Linnea's goals for her training are to, 1, improve her posture, 2, be stronger in her arms, 3, be able to learn how to lift well, so teaching her proper form and teaching her how to utilize things like free weights. And then lastly, run 3 to 4 miles in distance total. So I have not done any testing for her yet. That is going to be done tomorrow morning as of February 13th around 9 a.m. But for her testing, we are going to start out with just some standard resting tests. So we're going to do a heart rate test. I'm going to have her sit 5 minutes beforehand, just resting, and then I'm going to do a palpation heart rate on her wrist. And then I will be doing a blood pressure test on her using a manual blood pressure cuff and using auscultation. Then we're going to move on to our body composition testing. So I want to get the best insights into her body composition as I can so that we can try and get the best understanding of how things have changed by the end of her programming. So I will be doing her weight in kilograms, her height in centimeters, and then I'll be converting that to meters later on for finding her BMI by hand. And then I will be doing a in-body or BIA scan to get all of those statistics. Mainly one I want to get is the muscle mass, and then I also want to get her body fat percentage. And so I will also be doing a 7-point skin fold test. I want to be able to calculate her body fat percentage by hand so that I can compare the by hand calculation and the BIA calculation. After we do all of those, I'm going to move into her strength and endurance testing. So her main goals are not particularly surrounding strength except for her arms. And so the best way to do that is to either test her grip strength using a dead hang or her grip strength using a dynamometer. So I'm going to be doing both of those. So I'm going to have her do a dead hang, and I'm also going to have her do a dynamometer. And I'm going to get her perceived exertion on that. And then I will also be having her do a squat max test to test her endurance in her legs, since one of her goals is to work on building up to a 3 to 4 mile run. So I'm going to do a squat maximum test for endurance, so how many squats she can do consecutively with proper form. And then we will be moving into a 12-minute Cooper test. And basically the goal of that is to take a heart rate before, and then she's going to run as far as she can within that 12-minute span. And then after, I will be taking her heart rate, and then I'll be doing some further calculations to determine how her cardiorespiratory fitness is and the best way to train her and work her up towards that 4 to 5 minute run, that 3 to 4 mile run. Lastly, I'm going to be doing a flexibility test on her. We're going to be doing the sit and reach and then the back scratch test on her left and her right. I'll be doing 2 variations of those so that we can find the best middle ground. And lastly, she really wants to improve her posture, so we're going to do a photo on a straight line up and down a wall of her posture, and we're going to compare that later on for her final testing. That is what I have programmed for Linnea as of right now, and I'll keep you updated as things progress. Thank you.